What do we get for $10?
Everything you want.
Everything?
Everything. Oh.
Don't do that, baby.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Suck it for me. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's time for the Player Supreme Show. Yes, welcome to the show today. And I want to ask you guys a question. What would you do? Now, here's how the email went. He wrote, I'm kind of in a tricky situation here, and I could use some advice on what to do next. So my girl started talking to my good friend, who I've known for 6+ years online recently. About 6 months ago, they started talking online. He was in Iraq in the army, and he just came back a couple of days ago. My girl says that she tells him about problems and whatever going on in her life. This guy's a simp, though. I know she's using him just to talk. He almost got married to the first bitch he fucked. Here's the thing, though. A month or two ago, he said some shit about me to my girl. Mark that as point number 1 in your heads. He said some shit about him to his girl. Point number 1. And continuing. Saying that she's too good for me, that she needs someone that can treat her far better, etc. Probably because she always comes to him whenever she's having problems with me. She told me about this, and I confronted him about it. He said that he was just telling her his opinion about me, and that's point number 2. And it turns out he interpreted some things wrong that my girl told him. He did apologize to her later on for causing this mess between us. Continuing with this email, he writes, but my girl started talking to him again, and now that he's back in town, he wants to hang out. Let's mark that as point number 3. He wants to hang out with her, he writes. So that whole sentence was, before my phone started ringing, was, but my girl started talking to him again, and now he's back in town. He wants to hang out with her. When I told her I don't like it, she said I'm too overprotective. I was ready to slap the bitch, but that's another story. I've lost a bunch of friends already that were trying to pull me down. I hate to lose my friend here, but if that's what needs to be done, so be it. I can tell my girl doesn't like me as much as she used to, but I'm using her for money/gifts for now. I'll mac that bitch till she's done, but I also ain't gonna wait until she starts jumping ship or disrespecting me. Okay, let's go back to point number 1 in this email. And that's where she started talking to him. He wrote, here's the thing, about 2 months ago, he said some shit about me to my girl. Okay, I got a question for you guys. What kind of friends do you have that would say shit about you to your girl? What kind of friends would talk about their buddy to his woman? And then, why would you call that motherfucker a friend? With friends like that, you don't need enemies. Believe me. It's amazing how many people will stab you in the back. Will fucking stab you in the motherfucking back who you think are your fucking friends. It's amazing. Backstabbing motherfuckers. What I call them. I've learned on the internet, be wary of who you let into your close counsel. That's why I don't let anybody in. I don't confide secrets to anybody, because people will stab your ass in the back just as quick. You don't know who these people are. So, and then this guy's dealing with the motherfucker up in his face, stabbing him in the back, talking about him behind his motherfucking back to his woman. Not to a bystander, but to his woman, his personal property, his motherfucking energy, where he's laying his seed in. The female's under his control. And this motherfucker want to sneak behind his back and try to circumvent or to try to sabotage that control. That is not a friend. To the fellow on this email, that is not a friend. with friends like this, you don't need, as I said, you don't need no motherfucking enemies. They're right there in your face, smiling in your face, stabbing you in the back. I don't give a fuck what happens in the future. This motherfucker should not be your friend. Ever. I mean, ever again. And then he wants to hang out with her, which is that third point. He wants to come back and hang out with your girl? Hell no. Open your eyes, player. And then she wants to say you're being too overprotective. Your game is leaking. I don't know what you've been doing with her, but you got to get your game strong up in that head. She needs to be back in love with you, like she was originally. You haven't been spitting that love shit in her ear while you're making love to her. If you had been doing that, she wouldn't be wanting to hang out with this motherfucker. And I don't give a damn about what she gets out of that whole relationship, because everything, they're getting something out of it. And then the other point was that he apologized later on for causing the mess and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. But my issue with that is that who gives a fuck? He tried to break you two up. And it's good she came back and told you about it, and you confronted him about it. When you confront snakes like this, of course they're going to backslide and say, "Oh, I didn't understand the situation." And you believed him? Don't be stupid, player. Open your eyes to real game. This is why I don't like backstabbing motherfuckers. People sneak around behind your back. This is some bullshit right here. You can't trust these motherfuckers.